Welcome in my channel today. So today we are on the day number 5 of CSI-SIR, Security Incident Response. Before we proceed further, there's a very important term which we use specifically in the research area, and that is called the 5W and 1H. So if I am a consultant who are supporting or who are working for the customers for implementation of any tool, I'm not saying that just follow this fundamental only for the SIR. If you want to implement any tool for your customer, these 5W and 1H must be discussed. Number one is that what? Sorry, number one we can say who, what, when, where, and it's left one who, what, when, where, why, and last is how. Now the question come, Atul, ठीक है, that's fine, okay, you are picking up this term, but why this is be required here? The point is that before we start any implementation, we need to be understand who are my stakeholder, and today's topic is mainly on that part. Who are my stakeholder for whom I'm going to be implement this particular tool? Specifically, this question raised when we are talking about the reporting's perspective, to whom I have to present these reports. Then what they are looking for. Are they looking for end-to-end implementation? Are they looking for one part of implementation? And the reporting, what content they are looking for in the reports. When they need it, where they need it. They need it on the reports or the dashboard or some kind of a different presentations. And why they need it. Why anybody need implementation, ServiceNow implementation? Why anybody need the ServiceNow? Why anybody need the reports? And how that data can be presented. So in today's discussion, we are going to be see these 5 parameters on the major part. So if you see, come here and we can see on this part, this. So before we start, you can see on the screen that we are left with this plugin activation. Yes, so plugin activation will be the next part, or the day 6 we are going to be covered. Now when I'm creating a report, I have to be understand that who are my audience, what function they are doing, what category, what department they are be following, what they need in the reports. So what ServiceNow say that, or I can say where are the shortcomings, where the gaps, so that I can fulfill that gap. And that is in that there's a two things, report and dashboards. Report tell me that where we are at point of time, the current data, and dashboard tell me or help me to find out that where I need to be, go where I want to be reach specifically. So this is what the fundamental which stay here, that what is the reporting and the dashboard here. Now before we proceed to this section, let's understand the reporting audience for me. There are 3 audience which has been defined by ServiceNow. Number 1 is analyst, number 2 is manager level, and number 3 is CIO or CISO. Now we need to be understand, and this is again the important topic from the examination perspective. Analyst is the one who work on the ground level, who are the first point of contact. It means they are the one who need the report of every time, every minute. I can say in the very simple words, every minute report they need, because if they are able to see that what incident is coming, only then they're able to work on that part. They can quick analyze on that part. Also they need each and every detail, and for that I can say, and for each and every detail, plus they need the priority. Because if there's a multiple incident has been raised, so how a team will know that where or which incident they need to be worked? This is possible only and only with the help of the prioritization. So for analyst, these 3 things are important. But for manager, Manager don't need for every minute report, every time, every minute report. They need the report. Definitely they also need, but they need in the aggregation. Maybe yesterday report, today report, a week report, month report, weekdays report, weekend reports, they need it. And if they want, they can drill down as well to the ground level, that why this happened, why this is be happening, why we're getting these type of incidents again and again. And they can, as you say, that they can use it for the time period reports. Mainly they use this time period reports. Now the third one, CIO and a CISO, security operations, or I can say the operation lead specifically. Okay, in this part, those people came who need very high level view. Maybe they need only for the location wise, maybe they need on the country wise kind of stuff they need it. They don't require the granular level, but they need on the high level perspective. And they need very clear indicators that where are the issues. Because these are the people, they cannot go the report in a deep level. They just see the indicators. Okay, why there is a red, why in this particular country there is a red, lot of reds. So they want the clear indicators so that they can see that where the health is not going good and function is not working properly, and they can improve that part. This is what is important here. So let's quick recap this part. Analyst is the one who need every minute report, which they need very ground level reports, and they need the priority. Manager as the second level, they need the aggregation and drill down if they want, and they need the period reports. And the CISO and CIO, they need a high level, but they need very clear indicators to see that where the health is impacting and where the health is going on. So service now say these three audience, and again I'm repeating, these 3 points or these three topics or these three terms are important from the perspective, from the exam perspective as well. Now when we install the plugins of security incident response, then we get a lot of dashboards, success boards as well. One of the dashboard I can say is called the SOC effectiveness. To see that how my SOC is basically, the people who are from the networks, they understand this SOC means or security operation command center specifically, we can say. So they need that what's going on in the SOC part. They want to see that where the incident is more, how they are analyzing the risk, and all things will be there. They want to be see the trends as well. SOC teams basically do that part. Now, if I come to the reporting and dashboard, this part I'm talking here. If I come to reporting and dashboard specifically, so ServiceNow say report means where we are at point of time, and dashboard says how we can go there. Also, if we want to be improve the dashboard more and more, then ServiceNow recommend we need to be use the performance analytics as well. Performance analytics as well with this, so that we can get the data more and more on the accurate basis. More calculations can be done, trends can be done, widgets can be added, which is be helpful for the CIO or the CSO specifically. Indicators can be there, comparing can be done with the current data with the some old indicators that can be done on that particular part. This is again the important perspective from the examination perspective. So ServiceNow provide lot of default reports available on that part, and also ServiceNow provide CISO dashboard as well. I remember that I attended the London World Forum in the last year. I guess in the 1st or 2nd November it was there, and I saw this particular dashboard, that how a dashboard will be available for the CIO and CSO. So they show each and everything, and that dashboard contains that closed versus new incident comparison. It provide me the average time to identify, to contain, to eradicate any security incident, so that CISO can see that why the average time is very less, or sorry, more. It should be less actually. So by that manner they can do. I'll show you this part. I will show you this part possibly once I activate the plugins and see if that is coming in the PDI, then I can show you. Otherwise we have to be checked somewhere on the labs, or maybe somewhere on the image only. That is the only thing we can do. Now the next part is important, that we talk about, we lot of talk about the security. That security is something which we saw earlier as well. Security is something that a violation in the computer security policies and the acceptable policies. But what security is not, that is more important. What we cannot what we cannot say that this is a security incident. Number one, security incident is not a tool set which you can just install and it will start working. No, it's not like that. Security incidents are different from the regular incidents, like IT issues. My laptop is not working. It is not a security incident. Security incident that security incident does not include which make your productivity slow. That is also not a security incident. And some kind of a frustrating or unnecessary action which you take or which bother you. That is also not a security incident. This is very much important to understand that security incidents are very clear in the definition. Now the question comes, Atul, who is responsible to make sure that if any security incident happen, it should be taken properly? It is not the responsibility only of the team who are working on that particular part. It is everybody who is working in an organization. He or she is equally responsible to raise this concern to the right team. Let's say I was going to office and someone before me did not swipe the card and enter in the premises. This is a security breach, so I have to be tell to the person in the reception or maybe the guard that this person did not swipe the card. Can you please check he is authorized user or not for this particular part? So I can say every user in the organization is responsible to work on that particular part not to work, basically to raise this concern to the particular team. And if we are able to report on the same time, then it can be easily track as well. But also one more thing. What also one more thing is that security incident is something that if you missed out, it may impact everybody as well. It's not only you are getting impacted. It's mainly that when any SI happen, it's affect everybody in the organization. Okay, like ransom attack, it's affect everybody. I remember that I was watching a web series of the scam which is made on the Telgi. So that person gave a floppy disk to one of the person, and that person put that floppy disk in the desktop, and everybody getting the same message. This is what the effect that everybody get impacted immediately on that particular part. And also one more rule we have to follow. It doesn't mean that if security incident is not affecting me, it will not affect anytime to me. It can affect anytime. And also don't wait if you find any suspected any security incident. Don't wait that okay, let's see tomorrow, I'll report tomorrow. No, if you see any security incident, we have to be report immediately to the right team. And this is what we are getting the emails from the security team. In case of any suspected email, don't open it. Send to the phishing team, they will verify and then they will update you on that particular part. And now Outlook also providing that functionality. This is what we are going to be discussed in the almost in the last of this particular series, that how these things work together and what concept this particular called it. Now before I close for today's call, let's discuss the last topic, that is called the customer. In the market there are three type of customers, and this is very again from the exam perspective, this is important point. Number one, there's a customer number one who says I need everything, irrespective that what is the benefit they'll be getting, but they need everything. If someone say okay, in the market this tool is new, okay, bring it, I want to be use it. Maybe they have a use case or not, maybe it's going to benefit it or not, but they need everything. Okay, and they kind of a very greed. No, I want to be used. Before checking the benefits, cost and benefit analysis, they want this thing to be done. There's a second type of customer called I need only this thing. Very specific, very choosy on that particular part. They have a specific need and they will work only to get that needs to be considered. Nothing else. Very target on that part. Very, I can say blind on that particular target. And the third one, which say I know nothing. It means these are those customers which are not sure that what they needed. Shall I take GRC? Shall I take SecOps? Shall I take ITSM? Shall I take ITOM? What I should take? They're not know about that, and they very confused. They're not aware about the best practice or the policies or the processes, I can say, on that particular part. And in this case, we as a consultant come in the picture, and that is when I say in the beginning that we have to follow the 5W and 1H, that how this can be taken care. So let's take a break here on the day number 5, and I'll come back again for the day number 6. Till the time, take care and bye bye.